Hello, welcome to the garden. Today, we're planting peppers and tomatoes. So I'll start with the tomatoes and kind of tell you what we're planting. Some of these seeds are new, some of them were from last year. We have a variety of heirlooms, hybrid, just a large variety. So we have a German striped, we have a San Marzano, we have a Rutger's, Brandywine, hybrid cherry, and Cipolla pride. I will put in the description, I will go ahead and put a list of what exactly we're growing because I definitely butchered all of these tomato names, and that's fine. And then for peppers, we have 9 different peppers. We have the Round of Hungry, we have a Charger, a Mad Hatter. That one looks so fun, so that's why I got that one. A Pantera, a Cornita something, Serrano, a Sweet Banana, a Big Red, and a Sweet Red Cherry. Some of these peppers I want for paprikas and to make like a pepper spice blend. We can smoke the peppers and then grind them up. I want to make some pepper jellies. One of my favorite things to make is the candied jalapenos, cowboy caviar, whatever you call it. It's delicious. So that is something that I ran out of this year because I didn't grow jalapenos last year and I didn't grow a lot of peppers last year, and I really regretted that decision. So I probably overcompensated with 9 different varieties, but that's okay. And in this small space here, we are actually going to be starting 160 different varieties of tomatoes and peppers here in this space. No, this is not all for me. I am part of a local gardening group and I will be donating to our plant sales, and that's how we fundraise for the year. So that is also how I'm able to start such a big variety, because they're not all for me, but I get to keep some of the fun ones, and pretty much I can keep one of everything if I wanted to. I haven't really decided. It kind of depends on how I feel when they're ready to plant, what I want to keep. Now, I will probably have to pot these on. These are pretty small. I don't know if you can see them or not. So I will probably have to pot them on because it is the end of February at this point. What I'm going to do, here's my process. I'm going to actually use painter's tape to write on the front of each one of these to label them, because I ran out of plant sticks and I don't want to tell my husband that I ran out already, because he's probably going to be like, you have too many plants. You were cutting back this year. Well, I didn't do that. He doesn't need to know. He probably already does because he edits these videos. We'll label, fill with dirt, and then I'll plant the seeds. And since I'm potting these on, I'm going to be able to use just painter's tape and put them, each of their names on the front of these, because if they would go outside and this would get wet, it would come off. But since I'm going to be potting them on, it's okay. These planting sticks work better, if you know, because when you harden off your seedlings and they're outside, if I had painter's tape on the front of here, it would fall off. So just be mindful of that if you're going to use the painting tape method. The next step is to just fill with your seed starting mix, whatever you're choosing as your seed starting mix. Put that inside of your seed starting trays. Tomatoes and peppers also work really well for like the bulk method, where you put them in something flat like this, and you can just sprinkle them in there and then you pluck them out. That's an extra step that at this time of the year I just don't have time for, so I start it like this. And then you make sure there's no air pockets and you can fill them. Yeah. This is the messy part, so I do it all at once.
Hey, Mommy.
It's not my birthday.
They're just for kids.
But my hands are dirty.
I'll put it right here for you.
Thank you. For each one of these, we're going to be planting them 2 seeds per cell. I could probably plant 1 because most of these are fresh from Johnny's seeds and their germination rate is fantastic. So I might skip around and plant a couple with 2 and a couple with 1. And that will just make sure that if I have a cell not germinate, I can transplant 1. But the Cipolla Pride is an heirloom. That's one we're planting. A Sun Gold, a Brandywine, the Rutgers, San Marzano, and a striped German. So those are the varieties that we're going to plant here today. You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I sit on your lap?
Can you get those seeds out of there, down there in that corner?
Probably worse now. Can I put them in your hand?
Can you put them in your hand? No, the little one's in there. Did you get them out?
Yeah, I can.
You can't.
I think I dropped them all.
You did?
Yeah, because there's a hole right here.
You dropped all the rest. Hey, wait, don't tear it open. I kind of needed that.
I actually...
What are we going to do now? Here. Can you reach? You take them out of my hand and put 2 little seeds in each hole.
Are these 2?
That's 1. Nope, right here. Right there. Perfect. Got it?
Yeah.
Great job.
Then another one?
Yep. You got how many? Put it right there. You get it? Okay, put 1 more in there, okay?
Can I sprinkle?
No, we don't sprinkle these. Those were carrots that we sprinkled, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you cover these ones up already?
No, I haven't planted anything there yet. You gonna put? Can you put little holes in them for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. We don't need very deep holes, okay?
But I want to because
Well, I'll have to fill them back in.
put a couple of ones in.
You'll put it a little bit back in for me?
Yeah.
Thank
There. Is that a little?
Yeah, see, like, I'll show you. See how just a little bit, like that?
Yeah.
That's all we need. Do you know what we're planting?
No.
Tomatoes.
Tomatoes.
Do you love tomatoes?
No.
You don't?
No.
Do you love tomato sauce?
No.
You don't like that either?
No.
Oh. Do you like spaghetti and meatballs?
Yeah.
Do you know that sauce is made from tomatoes?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we grow tomatoes. For stuff like that. And salsa. What? The peppers that we're planting today, we have a variety. We have a red Round of Hungry. We have an Anaheim Charger. We have a Mad Hatter, a red Mad Hatter. This is the one I'm probably most excited about because it looks really fun. We have a jalapeno Pantera. We have an orange Cornita Arcnique something or another. I'll put that in the description. So that one's orange. We have a Poblano Sargento, a sweet pepper, sweet banana. So that's gonna be like a yellow. We have a big red, and we have a sweet red cherry. So those are all of the varieties of peppers that we're gonna be planting. We're going to put 1 or 2 cells per hole, depending on, because some of these packets are old, so they might not have a ton left in them. And those are gonna be our peppers. We're planting just the last few of the seeds that we have, but I'm gonna share some tips on peppers and tomatoes. So I have a heating station over there. I use a heating mat. because peppers and tomatoes want about a 75 to 85 degree range for heat. So if you use, like we're in a basement right now, so it's about 60 degrees. So I use a heating mat. I call it my heating station. And that's where I put peppers and tomatoes, eggplant, and like those heat loving, it's on the back of your seed packet most of the time, the heat loving seeds that need the heat to germinate. So that's I really struggled in the beginning. Well, this is completely empty. Guess I won't be starting that. I really struggled in the beginning to grow peppers and tomatoes, and I found out that it needed a heating mat. It needs to be in a warm spot. If you have a really warm, sunny window, you could also use that inside of a greenhouse or like somewhere that's around 75 to 80 degrees. That's what you need the most. The heating mat works. There's a heating mat underneath of here. I have water, and then this little probe right here, you put it inside the soil, and that is how our thermometer knows what the temperature is in the soil. It does take a little while when it first starts because this is very cold water, very cold soil, so it has to heat up yet. This is a very fun season to start seeds. It's tedious and it can become very, very overwhelming. I love to use the Farmer's Almanac. So you put in your zip code and it gives you a list of all of the plants and the time frames that you need to be transplanting them out and the time frames that you should be planting them. It makes it very easy. There's all kinds of planter apps out there that you can use. I do suggest you have a plan when you're going to plant things, put it down on a calendar. It just keeps it a lot less overwhelming. Don't plant really more than you need. This is more than I need. Or you just give it away to friends. I just find it so fun this time of year when the weather is really up and down, to be able to plant inside, grow inside, and then also I can start so many more seeds for way less money. So that's the part that I like the most. All right, these are all covered. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.